voltage. It is defined as the excess voltage that has to be applied above theoretical decomposition potential for continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte. It is denoted as eta. Over voltage eta is equal to experimental decomposition potential minus theoretical decomposition potential. Now, what is meant by theoretical decomposition potential? In an electrolytic cell, there will be two electrodes. The difference in the electrode potential value of the two electrodes can be calculated, and if we apply voltage more than the difference in the electrode potential value of the two electrodes, then we can bring the electrolysis of the electrolyte. For example, there is an electrolytic cell containing zinc and copper electrodes placed in a electrolyte. To bring the electrolysis of the electrolyte by using zinc and copper electrodes, we need to apply voltage more than 1.1 volt, which is the difference in the electrode potential values of copper and zinc electrodes. So that is the process for calculating the theoretical decomposition potential. But sometimes at that voltage, the electrolysis of the electrolyte will not take place. So we need to apply more voltage than theoretical decomposition potential to bring the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte. The difference in the actual experimental decomposition potential and theoretical decomposition potential is called over voltage. For example, in the electrolysis of water, the theoretical decomposition potential is 1.3 volt. But at that voltage, the electrolysis of water will not take place. We need to apply 1.7 volt, after which only the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte will occur. This difference between the experimental decomposition potential and theoretical decomposition potential, that is 0.47 volt, is called over voltage. Factors affecting the over voltage. Nature of the electrodes. Electrodes with the same size has low over voltage. Second factor, nature of the product formed at the electrode. If there is an oxide layer formation on the surface of the cathode or a thin film is formed, it increases the over voltage value. The reason is the oxide layer formed decreases the reduction reaction on the surface of the cathode. Current density is current per unit area of electrode surface. At low current density, uniform deposition of metal atoms on the surface of cathode will not take place. At high current density, over deposition will occur. Hence, moderate current density is suitable for plating process, which decreases the over voltage. Low and higher current density increases the over voltage. Temperature. Higher the temperature, lower is the over voltage, because at higher temperature, rate of diffusion of ions is high. Rate of stirring of electrolyte decreases the over voltage, since it helps for the fast diffusion of ions from the electrolyte to the cathode. Electroplating. Electroplating, it is a process of electrolytic deposition of a metal from its salt solution on the surface of another metal, alloy or composite by means of electrolysis. The main components of electroplating are anode. The metal to be coated on the surface of cathode is taken as the anode. For example, in silver electroplating, silver metal is taken as the anode. Cathode is the object or the substrate or the article on which the plating to be carried out. The electroplating bath also contains conducting salt solution, which is the salt of the anode metal to be plated. For example, if you are doing a silver coating on the surface of the object, the salt of the silver metal like silver chloride or silver nitrate solution is taken as a conducting salt solution. In addition to this, the plating bath solution also contains complexing agent like silver cyanide or gold cyanide, which prevents the reaction between the metal atoms deposited on the object and the object itself. Additives, organic additives like levelers, which produce a level deposit, and wetting agents, which are used to remove the hydrogen gas from the surface of the object, are also added. Buffering agent helps to maintain the constant pH. All these components are taken in a inert container. The first diagram shows the electroplating of zinc, where the anode is a zinc metal, the cathode is the substrate on which the zinc coating to be carried out. Both the anode and cathode is connected to a battery and they are placed in the electrolyte like zinc sulfide. The second diagram shows the silver electroplating, where the silver metal is taken as the anode and the object is the steel spoon on which the silver coating has to be done, and both this anode and cathode is connected to a battery and silver nitrate is the conducting salt solution. The reactions taking place at anode is the oxidation of the silver metal giving silver ions and electrons. These silver ions from the anode they diffuse to the surface of the cathode, where they take the electrons coming from the battery and reduce it to silver atom on the surface of the object. Next, electroplating of chromium. In electroplating of chromium, there are two types. One is decorative chromium and hard chromium. Decorative chromium and hard chromium, the difference is in the thickness of the coating. If the thickness of the coating film is from 0.25 to 0.75 micrometer, then it is called decorative chromium. If the thickness is high, that is from 2.5 to 300 micrometer, then it is called hard chromium plating. Before the plating is carried out on the surface of the object, the surface of the object is subjected to pre-treatment, which involves the first step is treating with organic solvents. Dust or rust particles present on the surface of the object is removed by treating with the organic solvents. Then the second step is pickling. The excess organic solvents or oxide layer present on the surface of the object is removed by treating with 10% sulfuric acid. Then the surface is given a mechanical or electro polishing. Mechanical polishing is cleaning with silicon carbide abrasion wheel or emery paper. In electro polishing, the object is made as anode. So when the oxidation takes place, along with the metal ions, the impurities are also removed from the surface of the object. After carrying out the pre-treatment, the object can be used for electroplating process. In the electroplating of chromium, the plating parameters are like this. Anode is insoluble anode like lead tin or lead antimony coated with lead dioxide. Even in hard chromium also anode is same. That is insoluble anode like lead tin or lead antimony coated with lead dioxide. Cathode is the object to be plated which is pre-treated. Here also the pre-treated object is taken as the cathode. The bath composition is 100:1 chromic acid and sulfuric acid. In both decorative and hard chromium it is same. Current density in decorative chromium plating, the thickness of the chromium is less, hence current density will be less, that is 145 to 430 amperes per feet square. Here current density will be more, 290 to 580 amperes per feet square. The temperature here is 45 to 60 degrees and here it is 45 to 60 degrees, same. Current efficiency in decorative chromium is 10 to 15%. In hard chromium, it is between 71 to 21%. Applications are the decorative chromium is used to provide a durable and good finish on automobiles and surgical instruments. And hard chromium is used in industrial and engineering applications. And it is used for to coat on the surface of metal rods used for drilling. See, the surface of the scissor and the rim of the wheels, they are coated with decorative chromium plating, and the metal rods used for drilling, they are given a hard chromium plating. And the reactions which takes place in this chromium plating is at the cathode, the chromium ions which are in a 3 plus oxidation state, by taking 3 electrons they are reduced to chromium atom on the surface of the object. At the anode, the decomposition of the water molecule will take place. So this water molecule liberates the oxygen ion and the hydrogen gas dissociates into H plus and electrons. Chromium metal is not used as anode in chromium plating. So instead of chromium anode, we are using lead tin or lead antimony coated with lead dioxide as anode in chromium plating. The reason is in chromic acid, chromium is present in 6 plus oxidation state and it is reduced to 3 plus oxidation state by the sulfate ions. And this chromium, which is in 3 plus oxidation state, takes the 3 electrons and reduces it to chromium atom on the surface of the object. For a good electroplating deposition, the concentration of chromium 3 plus ions should be low. If the concentration of chromium 3 plus ions in the electrolyte increases, then the lead dioxide coated on the surface of the lead tin and lead antimony electrodes, it will oxidize the chromium 3 plus ions to chromium 6 plus ions and reduces the concentration of chromium 3 plus ions. Suppose if we use chromium metal itself as anode, it will produce chromium 3 plus ions in higher concentration. In that case, instead of a good deposit, bright deposit on the surface of the object, a block deposit is obtained. Also, the chromium metal undergoes passivation in the acidic medium. That means a oxide layer is produced on the surface of the chromium metal. So due to these reasons, chromium metal is not used as anode in chromium plating. Instead of that, inert electrodes like lead tin or lead antimony coated with lead dioxide is used as the anode.